Hi there. Welcome to my offering, A Mermaid's Lunch. And I'm going to talk to you a little bit about my journal page, which is a recipe for a beloved dish of mine. It's pretty much my signature dish, and it's called Queen of Sheba salad. And for me, I really do believe that humans are made of starlight and stories. And I also think that food and the making of food is also, it's just completely integral to who we are and how we are in the world. Everybody cooks and everybody eats. And the stories that are interwoven with our recipes, I think, are, for me, the most important part of the recipe. I'm also one that doesn't, measure everything intricately and everything like that. I tend to be a dasher and thrower, and I do cook with abandon, but it usually comes out pretty good because the ingredient that I think is the most important ingredient that you can have in any dish that you make is love, and a little dash of magic as well. So the Queen of Sheba salad, I first made it for a gathering that I was cooking for out on the island of Kauai. It was a women's Buddhist retreat, Tara camp, and go through the Buddha families, and each day we would all dress in a certain color, and we would do practices that related to that Buddha family. And the Buddha family that we were working with that day was Padma, and the Padma family has to do with passion and love, and it's associated with the color red and with sexiness and fire and the element of fire. And so I had looked up Queen of Sheba, and I was completely excited that there was actually a recipe. It's an Ethiopian recipe that is often made just with tomatoes. And so I had some tomatoes, and then I mixed it with beets. And it's evolved over the years, and it can always be a little tweaked a little bit here and there, but for the recipe that I put on the journal page, it's really about mixing together red food and hot pink food and making it a little sweet and a little bit spicy. And to that end, it just turns out to be a sexy kind of dish that you could have either for Valentine's Day or during a celebration of love of some kind, and it tastes divine. So for present purposes, I grow my own beets, and I love golden beets. I like to pick them when they're, like small like that. But you could use any beets and then cook them, peel them, chop them up, get some beautiful tomatoes. This time of year, November, you can, get some nice cherry tomatoes, or garden grown is best, but chop those up as well. And then use a beautiful, really nice quality balsamic vinegar and a little splash of sesame oil. You can also come on top of that with a little bit of your favorite olive oil and a bit of paprika, a bit of a sweet hot sauce. I like to use that Thai hot sauce that's a little bit sweet. You can also sriracha it down if you really like things spicy. Then stir that all up and then throw fresh raspberries in it. Or if you have blackberries, that's fine too. Strawberries are great. I've done it with watermelon. I've done it with mandarin oranges. Anything that's sort of in that warm tone color is great. If you have dragon fruit and you live in a tropical place, the dragon fruit is an amazing thing to put it in too. And it's delicious. And so I hope you enjoy it. And the story behind the Queen of Sheba is so amazing. There's so many different versions of her, but really mostly she signifies elegance and also trade, and also spices. And there's so many different stories about how she came to the Middle East from Africa bearing lots of gifts, gold, different unguents and perfumes. And I can remember being told or hearing the statement, oh, well, look at her. She must think she's the queen of Sheba. And even as a little girl, I thought, oh, I want to know more about the Queen of Sheba. And so now this has turned into my signature dish, and it's a wonderful thing, and I hope you try it if you're a beet lover. And a little side note about beets, now that I think about it, there's a wonderful book by Tom Robbins called The Jitterbug Perfume, and in it he interwove the idea and the story behind beets as being connected to immortality. So if you haven't read that book, it's a great book that has a little story about beets as well. I hope you enjoy it. Have fun. Thanks.